Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1 vs 1 on Vilshanka. In the west, it is Fire and Terror, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 12th SS Panzerdivision. In the east, it is Sakura, fighting for King Country, the Commonwealth. Taking on the role here of the Guards Armour Division, we got Storm Doctrine, Assault Support in the Infantry with double infantry, Panzergrenadier and Panzerfaust, which is technically infantry, versus Commander Regiment, Royal Artillery, and Tactical Support with Sniper Infantry Machine Guns there for Sakura. Triple section start there, Gun MG42 for Fire and Terror. And as always, please remember to subscribe, and like and share. And if you do subscribe, press the bell button if you'd be so kind. And also, big thanks to my patrons borders, without which this episode would not have been possible. You too can pledge on Patreon or simply donate via PayPal, and links are in the video description. And it's got planning northwards here for Fire and Terror, MG4 turning eastwards, Gunnies looks like heading southwards, section moving north and west here for Sakura, with the third section almost done here. And we'll have to see what choices Fire and Terror make here. Could it be Jaeger Infantry to give his Gunnies a bit of a boost as the infantry sections, and maybe the Jaeger Command Squad plus ambush training? Could it be Storm Doctrine for some shenanigans, or Assault Support for the officer? Maybe also just over blitzes to push armor out a bit faster, perhaps. We'll have to see. Sakura in the offensive with the second going straight for the fuel point here, and Fire has no force immediately to respond, so he's going to have to rush something back up there to defend. And it's going to take him time since now all of his forces are pretty much focused on the south. Bit of a risky maneuver there to be on for Fire and Terror, and there we go. Realization that his opponent's up there by the fuel point and threatening it. What will Fire and do in response to this? Machine gun looks like they have done. Oh, looks like Sakura is backing off here for now at least. Perhaps sensing there might be something about, which there isn't though. Gunnies are moving through the center, actually signaling here to Sakura where most of Fire and Terror's other forces are. Continue skirmishing on over between the pioneers of the section. Fourth section there for Sakura. Gunnies squad number 2 heading northwards here for Fire and Terror. Gunnies advancing northwards there for the German army section occupying the church. Going to be a bit difficult to deal with without a mortar or a flamethrower. And this is roughly a bit over a minute there before he can get out a flamethrower to deal with Sakura's forces. Troops in the south advancing steadily here. We can see there's more of a noose beginning to form around the north. They might try and flush out Sakura's forces there. Of course, they'd be wary of attempts to relieve from the south. More Gunnies there for Fire and Terror, finding around the carve point. MG42 being hauled up as well. Need to be careful, of course. We've got the section moving up on the flank here, not enough troops nearby. Section they're being suppressed, Gunnies moving up. We need to deal with the section flanking up here. Schnell, or this is going to get ugly here for Fire and Terror. Section north being up there by the MG42, third Gunnies squad ready. Pioneers setting up in the fuel point there. Some heavy damage in the section. They try to engage the MG42. The Gunnies, hard to say there. Up north section routed here so far with the MG42. Fire and Terror is dictating the engagement here. But there goes Sakura flank from the south, and MG4 needs to retreat. Reposition, I think. Actually, it's going to have to retreat now, I think. Gunnies squad already routed. Third Gunnies squad are moving through here. Oh, switches about there. Pretty risky, but looks like it might just work out there. Though it is taking a lot of damage. Section moving from the north here. Pioneers advancing northwards there. So far, Fire and Terror is winning the opening engagement here versus Sakura. Partly again due to some aggressive and decisive MG42 play here. Though we can see there, Sakura is doing the best they can to deal with that MG42. And it's going to push northwards here against the section there. Double Gunniers versus one section. Already one casualty on the Gunniers. Section taking a lot of damage. Actually not taking a lot of damage, going to closing in there. East side we got another section moving in there from the east. Might have to retreat the Gunniers here. Also some tech here for Fire and Terror be pretty good soon. Or another MG42 to deal with all the sections. Double MG42s could give Sakura sections a bit of a rougher time. Then again also has to worry about tech and obviously being able to respond to that. So there's a lot of challenges here for Fire and Terror versus Sakura. And for Sakura of course the fuel harassment in the early game there is going to give Fire and Terror perhaps a bit more time to do what he wants. Take almost done, going to moving out eastwards. North side of the Gallic Pioneers ground points. Centre state victory point being seized by the British infantry of the Guards Armoured. Northern fuel or victory point almost seized. Tech done. Could consider Panzergrenadier here. We'll see what happens. Light machine guns could also be a fast option versus the section to increase the firepower available. And we got the first option is tactical support here with field recovery operation immediately picked here and activated by Sakura. You've just got the designated command vehicle, air resupply, vanguard operations, crocodile, and the fort observation post. Overall, just 20 more manpower expensive, and you get a free minefield on top of that, plus a few extra abilities. Pioneers from north being routed. Southern point being seized, they've been fortunate in the Gunniers. Plus, of course, you get to call it instantly, don't have to worry about training times. Oh dear, section catching and then before do just as reposition, a bit awkward there for Fire and Terror. In fact, it's not just a bit awkward, it's very awkward. He will be trying to set it up. In most cases, he generally just wants to retreat in before if he's got nothing to sort of stabilize with, otherwise he's just going to get cleared out and possibly stolen by the enemy. In this case, though, easily outmaneuvered. Bit of the problem there with the MD-42. Up north here, double signal going for the fuel point there, and Fire has no need to respond to this. Rifling it off the building, light machines up as well there. It's going to need, I think, some vehicles soon here. And even then, of course, with the British, a fast AC can very quickly make a difference. Well, there you go, there's a good chance of getting a wipe. There we go, wipe in the earliest moment here versus Sakura. A big one there for Fire and Terror. That's 280 manpower gone. That's really big there for Fire and Terror. That's going to help a lot there versus the British. Back here, AC has been requisitioned and likely going to be called in soon. But first, replacing the section that was cut down in cold blood by the Jerrys. Like to make a nice company up here, probably a pack 40. Could also go for 2-2s. Sabers caught laying down mines, and they do go for the 2-2. Also AC there. Oh, does not go for the replacement section, but commits the AC. Aggressive fuel harassment, of course, going for both sides. We've got the 2-2 slowing down the way. Moving up here. If we can land a rifle grenade around here, that might help out. There we go. Dodged. Heavy machine gun team will also be helpful there, but the heavy machine gun is back here, not being fully reinforced. Pioneers could also move to assist. Gunneers from north section holding up here. Gunneers need to retreat. There's two sections out in the open. They stand no chance of the section have the cow bonus, which is what they do. To defeat out the AC almost done. No telements believe here from Fire and Terror. That would always be quite helpful versus the AC Mark III. And as the Wehrmacht, the Telemann is usually one of your best bets of just quickly making sure it doesn't ruin your early mid game, really. MG-42 out the section out to Gunneers at like close range. 2-2 moving in as well. There they go. Quick retreat here from Sakura, obviously having none of that. Other section moving northwards to try and bait away the 2-2 made by time for the AC to catch up with it. South side there, not a lot of action. Got another section now on the way for Sakura and the British Army. Up north there, 2-2 quickly disengages as the AC gets spotted or hears it. Hard to say there which of the two. Back here, reinforcement healing going on there in Fine Terror's base. Still no sign of a doctrine there. 2-2 landing fields on the AC Mark III. Gunneers do not have enough ammunition to panzerfaust it. And there you go, Panzer Arbecken on the field sick for Fire and Terror for the fatherland. Southern Vic Point being seized over the section, seizing glorious British ground. Fixing up the AC Mark III there. In the south, 2-2 moving in, packed up with the Gunneers. Pioneers, pack 40 almost done. Section there being blasted to bits. And routed. Sakura obviously not quite wishing a repeat of that section wipe. Pack 40 almost done. Back here we got weapon racks. Worth noting here, Sakura has yet to buff the section in the early game, otherwise a common British upgrade, in particular after the sections got buffed. So far, just weapon racks. That means Ren guns, probably some Piets as well down the road. Points being hit here and there. Fine turn, a bit of a short amount of territory here. Partly again due to the AC constraining his movements. But we got the Pack 40 out there. There we go, good hit on the AC Mark III. That should at least slightly push that one back. Smoke screen up as well, having other units retreat as well. Good work. 2-2 northwards, quick pursuing the sappers and engaging them behind the heavy cover. Bren guns galore there for Sakura's infantry. Up north in for defending the fuel point there versus any British incursions. Two sections rad, now only the ACs at the front line there, and it's down to less than half health. Fine Terror could catch and destroy, that'd be pretty big there for Fine Terror. Back at base, still nothing going on there for the Germans, for the Huns. Back here, healing reinforcements, taking get ready for the next big push for King and Country. Now some of these say the assault officer there for Sakura and the British Army. Gunneers moving eastwards, close to 2-2 moving in, seizing the southern field point. 2-2 moving in, there we go, we got Panzer Gunner here for Fine Terror, a nice pick there. Gunneers on the card fire though are being shredded by the Bren sections. Simply unable to match the firepower, but got the southern field point there rendered neutral, great. I want to still grab some points up north here. MD-42 on the carve point. Panzer Grenadier, gefechtsbereit, but still no overall battle plan here from Fire and Terror. MD-42 into cover here. I mean, you could consider Jaeger infantry for the ambush camouflage right now. I mean, an MD-42 with ambush and then into the armor piercing rounds can do some heavy damage to infantry. But again, no quite clear battle plan there from Fire and Terror. Northwards, panzers moving in there steadily. In the south, here fighting for the southern fuel point. Continues got grenade squad in the building. No upgrades for those. Might also start one to consider taking up there. Fast getting towards medium arm, which is again assault support with the blitz could provide fire and terror with a lot of fuel. You could also then use the blitz as sort of bait to draw in Sakura there towards here, sort of set up kill zones. Since obviously Sakura wanted to prevent fire and terror from getting a lot more fuel fast, and the blitz is very good at that on a fuel point. So that could be a consideration there for fire and terror to consider, but for now, no sign of that. Push off the southern fuel point again, and plus it's cut off. Very good there. Mine goes off the pack crew, hurting him a bit. AC pulling back there as well. He's trying to avoid it. Sniper on the way for Sakura and the British Army. MD-40 being engaged. Pack 40 is for position. They're going to send the piercing rounds. Pops in smoke there. Very good. Section though doesn't quite benefit from it, and Lewis already goes down rapidly in a hail of very incendiary armor piercing rounds. Pack 40 AC map 3 damaging the engine. Another push from the sections. Sniper almost down there for Sakura and the British Army. Fire and terror is taking up. Very good. Very good. Can use the routed. It's being shredded here by the section. Now bolted as well. British sniper out there with his boys anti-tank rifle. Gunners right in the south. Simply again that Brit block there very much convinces fire and terror to get up. There you go. Just be able to take out the AC. It took one hit too many, and down it goes. That's a big win there for Fine Takes, of course. Oh, lost the 2-2 though to the sappers. I imagine something else. I'm not entirely sure what did a lot of that damage very fast, but it was done nonetheless. Machine gun need to retreat. Brand gun blow up. Aim to suppress can actually, do some enough damage there. So he's forced to retreat there. Sadly, had an incendiary piercing rounds ready for that. Back here, troop reinforcing. Can build this. Oh, he's not actually taken up. He counts that for a sniper of his own. I don't know. I feel like with the AC down in the fuel harassment, I think Fire and Terror could actually get away with rushing out Ostman, which would then deal with the sniper and then put a lot of pressure down on Sakura's infantry. So, well, I can understand the decipher sniper here. I feel like just fast Ostman here would be, more optimal. It'd be a lot more optimal in my opinion. But again, it's merely my opinion. Nope, cancels it and then takes up, perhaps realizing, hang on. Jürgen, what if you just go for panzers? The snipers can't deal with those. At least not as easily. Then he's sponsoring southwards there. We got Gunners warming eastward. We got more light machines there for Fine Terror. Very good. No tech yet. Of course, again, the field harassment was very successful with Fine Terror and really sort of able to slow down Sakura. Driving over from the sappers. Panzer going up here. Good hit. Almost getting wiped here in the sappers. That would be pretty helpful here for Fire and Terror in the early game. So on the docks, and there you go. Mine goes off, which actually helps kill more sappers. But might actually allow the last one to escape, perhaps. Yes! So I guess that was a bit of mixed luck there. Oh, blessing in disguise. Takes me up with the sniper there as well. Now Fire and Terror's field point. There's the problem with Core yet, but that should happen, I think, soon. That should happen very soon. There you go. Pioneer's going to have to build that up. Great idea there. And again, I feel like a fast flak panzer would be very effective versus Sakura. You have to deal with infantry and support them reasonably well. And should be possible because, again, like, just the fuel investment's been so consistent. So Sakura, plus with AC, is not able to, I think, been able to push for tanks fast. So there you go. So Palmer Crop, the Fine Terror. Thumbs up. Second up here, taking part from the Grenadier. Fuel from the north has been lost here to the British. Bit unfortunate for Fine Terror. Great for Sakura. Good play, of course. Good play. Bit of non-linear play. Some players will just, grab point after point, ranks each other. That way, slowly expanding. Other players like this, can just push ahead and just ignore them. Just go for the vital points, slow to disrupt their opponent's plans and tactics. Maybe bait them into less than great engagements. Push away from the south point here. Fine Terror a bit extended at the moment. He's obviously waiting for his Panzerwaffe to strike terror into the hearts of the Englishmen. So again, Ostman here would I think be a very strong choice, but of course he could just go for the Panzer IV. It is safer, but not quite as able to exploit any openings there in Sakura's force composition at the moment, and just again lack of fuel. So there you go, Panzerkampfwagen 4, stillness on adoption. Okay, there we go. Just to say that, we get assault support, so notable blitz on the fuel point could be very good investment. Again, twice as much fuel. That means rather than just getting 7 fuel per minute, would get 14 fuel per minute. That's basically a bit more than having 2 extra points on the map, so that's a lot. And can of course allow Fire and Terror to maybe sort of quickly push ahead. Plus assault artillery field obviously going to be great. And the other abilities are quite handy. And of course there's the Tiger tank. Punch goes going to do something out. Panther 4 almost done there for fine. Turn the south. We got section advance on the victory point there. Sniper crew out with 5 kills so far. Panther 4 right about done. Of course, as the sniper, the Osprey would also think be a bit better, so there's more continuous stream of fire, and lastly would be a bit more effective at dealing with the sniper and putting that one to rest at a very permanent basis. But there you go. Panther 4 rolling ahead for the glorious Vaterland. Straight to the Vickers of the Grenadiers. Punies advancing for the north. Shot fired and missed the Vickers. 6-pounder gun running up as well. Could take out the sniper here possibly with a bit of good luck. Close one, but not quite. Careful, 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 careful. Of course, it doesn't know about the anti-tanking around the corner, but it doesn't hurt to anticipate one. Finding up north here, we got the punch with the section. I could see a white, perhaps. That's going to be helpful there for Fire and Terror. Nope. Didn't quite pan out in the south. The fighting continues. Panther taking a hit from the British 6-pounder gun. And before setting up, if you can pop the incendiary pistol around to be quite effective. Like, they are really good at clearing out support weapons, and particularly anti-tank guns, because anti-tank guns cannot be suppressed, so they take full damage. And the thing is, they actually do a lot of damage with incendiary pistol rounds. You can actually just threaten an anti-tank gun in a matter of seconds, if you can sort of catch it with that. Pioneers on the way there for fun, having lost the previous Pioneer squad. Be careful here. Oh, bit of mistake there, bit of mistake, or at least a misclick. And anti-tank grenade there, thrown like the hammer of Thor into the rear of the Panzer IV. 6-pounder gun, though, misses. Close one there, otherwise I would say for Fine Terror. Sniper there got 8 kills to his name. Gun is moving ahead. Sections and sappers blocking the way there in pursuit of the sniper. Panzer need to retreat. Would be quite a blow there to Fine Terror to lose that now. We got 378 versus 387. Very close. Troops reinforcing. So far, not much other drops in there for Fine Terror. Back in Sakura's base. No tech yet. No tech whatsoever. Though we do have most of the stuff upgraded. I mean, grenades typically don't get research despite, being quite good. So that's no surprise. We got trenches up here. Interesting spot. You typically don't see trenches around there, but it's not necessarily bad. I mean, it has some rough coverage of the victory points and other points. So you usually typically see the trenches closer to the critical points and not quite there. Still, just give a bit of a bounce there for Fire Terror to deal with without, well, fire or artillery. Or a flak panzer, perhaps. And we got tier 4 here from Fire Terror. Not, I think, a fan of this one. I feel like we should just push for more medium armor now while they can. Put more pressure on the British player. Since anything from the heavy panzer corps is going to be really expensive. It's going to give, Sakura more time to catch up in the armor department. Whereas, going for, say, a flak panzer, only on the Panzer IV, I've just been more pressure immediately. Make it harder for Fire Terror, or Sakura do anything against Fire Terror. So there's always something in mind, about momentum and opportunities and all that. In this regard, Fire Terror is sacrificing a lot of momentum, a lot of opportunities right now, unless the British really just want to crash them as fast as possible. They don't want able to just stall out and crash it that way, because the British are a much better snowball faction than the Wehrmacht, which really isn't a snowball faction at all. At least not in the way the British just snowball. Panther taking a hit. Straight into mine. Oh dear. Didn't even get the sniper. And no infantry support for the Panther either. Holy smokes, talk about luck. The 6-pounder gun managed to miss at almost point blank range. And again. Good lord. Did Fire Terror ever pray to RNGs this time around? Panther getting made to 2-pounder gun off things in the section there. Panther 4 the damage engine again, but gets away here, I think. Yup. Really lucky though. I would say partly it's probably just due to the terrain. I mean, this pit is a bit, as you can see, they're slightly wobbly, which does give anti-tank a slightly increased chance of just hitting nothing. Sadly, the game does not handle even the slightest elevation very well. Now we got another sniper attempt here by Fire Terror. I feel like a mortar probably a better choice at the moment. Could smoke out the enemy sniper, support weapons. I think that'd be a lot more effective. Plus just general pressure on Sakura. Well, that's just me. Always sniper halfway done. Panther 4 being repaired. Another Pioneer squad, I think. But honestly, also be a really great investment now to speed up the Panther 4 repairs. So there's really, I feel like, a lot of things that Fantasy could be going rather than a sniper here, but obviously for him the priority is killing the enemy sniper, in which case a sniper does make sense, but I just feel like there are personally better things to prioritize. Section into the trench up here, be careful not to get too staggered. They could actually harass up the north even Fantasy forces now other than the base on the south, so north is actually wide open at the moment and could be an area there for Sakura to exploit. Back here, troops reinforcing. Panther slowly getting ready. Bush is pushing through the center. No armor yet, and no specialization chosen. You have to wonder what. We have to wonder what Sakura's planning. Might also be, as opposed to Crocodile. Obviously an option there. Got the sniper, by the way. Small win there for Fantasy and the German army, the 12th SS. That comes was the section of the south. Light machine guns versus light machine guns. We got Fiend Ford 1 to 363, pretty close there in terms of victory points. I mean, obviously, may also be planning to stall out for a Tiger here, and again, that can work, but even then, normally, again, my recommendation, my rule of thumb is get 2 pieces of armor, 2 pants of 4s. I'm about to say 2 pants. But 2 pants of 4s, or 2 Stooks, or something like that, and then use that sort of as a backbone to stall into, because A, you can pressure your opponent much better with that. You also ensure you can preserve manpower much better, since the 2 tanks or armored pieces will draw more fire, preserve your infantry, and so you just, overall can much more, I think, efficiently stall for the heavy tank, which you just go for a single tank. You can do it, but there's a lot more risks involved. You can just more easily get, batched over. Sakura committing to a sniper. Also, I believe we did see a resource drop, so that's hammer tactics. Possibly a comet, possibly still the crocodile. We'll have to see from Sakura what it is. Though if it is a comet, it could catch fire a bit unprepared if he's stalling for the Tiger tank, which again seems like he is. Second sniper out there. We got 3 kills there on the German sniper, the Deutsche Scharfschütze. Worth noting, he's actually not used. Oh, I was about to say not used the Doctrine All. He does use it. It is the strafing run called in on the center of the map here. The Luftwaffe strikes and the Sturz Kampfbomber. Though by 1944-45, most of them converted to other missions, typically anti-tank warfare with 30mm guns mounted beneath the wings. Little fun fact there. And they're quite good at it, I believe. But there you go, Pants charging at the pin down section, starting hanging back here. Going for the cup on again. Good disruptive push here by Fantasy. Good use of the air support. A sort of aerial denial, making it easy to push forwards under it. Thumbs up there to Fantasy. That is some really good tactical approach. Troops being pinned down inside of the base of that. And Sniper's just sort of waiting it all out. Hoping that the Luftwaffe pilots are incredibly nearsighted. Southern point they're being helped by Vickers machine gun. Actually not very often you see a machine gun there, but not a bad spot I suppose. Pinned down against, even the sniper there. He got himself a very nice shave. Very quiet here, up north point being seized. We'll obviously again what he's planning. It could be the Comet, not far off from that one. Could be the Crocodile. The Comet I think right now would be much more expedient and probably just a better choice. Fire Terror, not far off from the Tiger tank. Not far off. Again, 2 Pantherfalls right now probably just be, crashing Sakura. Even 2 Osvins, or Panther 1 Osvin right now, I feel, because they'll just be crushing Sakura right now, as they would have very little way to respond to all that firepower that Fantasy would be laying out now. But oh wait, not far off from the Tiger tank, which did receive some nerfs. Most of them just in terms of like scatter, meaning it's less accurate versus infantry. Actually AoE and then lost the scatter bonus rate, so it gets faster turret rotation at the T2. Oh, we got the Tiger tank out here, adding the pinwheel machine gun immediately. There's the sections. Comet on the way there for Sakura. That's going to be tough though. 1 Comet versus a Tiger and a Panther 4 is going to be a bit of a lopsided fight. Bit of a challenging one. Tiger taking through the south, pinwheel machine gun halfway down there, crashing through the terrain as a Tiger only can. Sledgehammer of the Fatherland there strikes against the building's corner and forces the machine gun to evacuate the premises, as they suddenly look a lot less structurally safe when under fire from a Tiger. Hey Terrence, I don't think this building has been raided for Tiger fire. Have you gone and inspected to check that? Well, it's just a suspicion since this entire place is made out of wood. Oh. Troops heading northwards there for Sakura. Got some grenadiers held up there with light machine guns, slowing down the advance, but still 2 sections with machine guns, plus access to the heavier version of the Gammon Bomb. If Fine Tail doesn't pay attention, that's going to get very ugly, and there you go, he is paying attention. Building shattered. Tiger tank up, shoots there, gets a good hit. Sniper still waiting for the German sniper to appear. Comet going for the Tiger tank. But there's anything in the way. Tiger tank shoots and misses. Pack gets good on the Tiger, or 6 gets on the Tiger. Panzer there routed. Comet there with no kills yet. That of course can quickly change. Shoots, misses the Grenadiers. Sakura's position is looking pretty grim here. I mean, they have roughly the same force, but it's fine just right now so much of the terrain here. Plus more tanks. Still, Sakura believes in the Commonwealth. The King. Troops heading northwards there. Panther 4 moving in. 6 kills, veterans 1. Got a hit from the Comet on the Panther 4. Panther going to put the Comet. Got fire again. Panther 4 down to half health. Bit of damage on the Panzer 4. Oh, the Tiger tank, but not enough. Shots being blasted. Air support raining down there on Sakura's positions. Panzer 4 though down. That's a pretty significant one there. Now means fights more equal in terms of armoured numbers between Sakura and Fine Terror. Gunny's being snapped out there. And taking it opening up here on the Tiger tank as well. German sniper down. We got 2 kills on the British sniper veterans who won. Tiger tank down to half health now. Pack's actually exposed. Sakura's going to go for it, I think, here. Outmaneuver the pack, possibly. Pop a grenade, maybe even. Or just blitz right after the Tiger tank, which is very low on health here. Good hit there, but Tiger tank's almost down. You need to put it and clear out the anti-tank in there. Almost got the Tiger tank shot bouncing. There you go. The Tiger is out. Fine Terror now has no tanks, and Sakura's in control of the field here. A hell of an opportunity now for Sakura. And Fine Terror's forces are just mostly dead now. So the situation got a lot more ugly here for Fine Terror. Things swung around there very rapidly. Definitely were not a great engagement he fought there. Probably should have disengaged faster there and tried to preserve, but pushed too far. Lost most of what he had. He's obviously not completely out of the game. Far from it, but his situation just went from great to, well, very bad. Pack cleared out. Comet down and finished off with a Panther fast. Great work there. Troops pushing about here in the north. Pack 40 there. Also lost for Fine Terror. Oh dear, that's bad. Going for an Austrian Flak Panzer here. Probably should have gone for that one sooner, but here we are. Troops pinned down there. We got 331 to 131. Sakura's in a really tight spot in terms of victory, pointing in southwards as well. Got some one frontier than Fine Terror, though Fine Terror still has the Ace MD42, which is certainly nothing to be scoffed at. But that said, Sakura here has the sniper out. 7 kills, veteran 2. Guessing a crumble on the way there for Sakura anytime soon. Flak Panzer almost there for Fine Terror. The MD42 they're hosting away at the British. The Englishman. 13 kills, veteran 3. Flak Panzer almost ready. Anti-tank they've been blasted by the German anti-tank gun. Pioneers gun, these Panzers moving up here. Can almost call another strafing run here versus Sakura. In the south there, Austin moves in there, crashes right through the train, goes straight for the section there, quite exposed, and forced to rout. Might want to clear out that sniper there. Almost got it. There we go. We need to counter snipe when you got the Austrians. And his Flak Panther forced to fall back. Bit of exposed route there. Almost destroyed. Still only 1 Pioneer scored. Sakura can soon go for the crumble. Ooh, close one there. But again, the slightly elevated nature of the road means shots regularly just catch up on it. Even like technically they shouldn't. Up here, northern points being seized, crawling the way there for Sakura. Of course, Fine Terror's going to need a Stuke to back up his Flak Panzer now. And of course needs more Pioneers desperately so needs more pioneers. There you go, more pioneers there for fine terrace. They're good. Northern points are being held up by the British Army. Cromwell halfway down there for the Guards Armoured. Black Panzer there back awaiting repairs. 4 kills so far. Close veterans 1. Gun bomb off there. Big explosion. Guns occupying the British trench. They've got 2 sections fighting into the trench. And we got air support here from Fine Terror to dissuade the British from sticking around for too long. Pinned down to the ground there as the Luftwaffe's fine aircraft fighters right. And there you go. Grenade exchange. Almost got the section, but they look like they're going to get away here. Cromwell out here. Flak Panzer are waiting repair still. Oh, they're just getting them. We got 330, 102.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Going northwards, going to the trench, need to be careful. So if that matters, the Grenadiers out here overall need to be careful. Grenadiers down to just 2 men. Trench is about to collapse. Gone. Grenadiers are being shredded. Good hit from the Pack 40. Shot fired and missed, and there we go. We got the artillery field officer over here. Fine Terror would say could have had that one out a lot sooner, personally. Could have used that smoke for example quite a few times. Or his abilities, really. Got no sight aim before to the rest of the section here. Again, taking a lot of damage. But then Tiampa again put a probe immediately cleared out. Cromwell there, the smokes it out at point blank range. She can play there. Of course, need to cover up in the Pack 40. Punch about to get right for the Cromwell, possibly into machine guns. Raising around there, catching one of the officers' units there on the retreat. Going for a wipe down the Panzer Grenadier, and there we go. Ace unit down, a significant blow to Defiant Terror, a win there for Sakura and the British Army. Cromwell is engaging swiftly. Pushing in the centre there. Oh, got the anti-tank gun. Definitely not great there for Sakura. Sappers right as well. Second northward, 6 going away there for the British. Trees being scattered. Anti-tank cleared out there, machine gun moving up here, second being hammered. And got it. 6 gun almost done. Grenadiers, pioneers advancing here for Fine Terror, the Fatherland. Cromwell half health. Got the machine gun back, we got the British machine gun opening on that, machine 2 close, machine 3. Fresh 6 gun there for Sakura and the British Army, got 330 versus 59. Fighting continues, it is desperate. It is fierce. Up north, they're going right here with the double sections. Cromwell need repairs quite badly there. Still some time from another tank. Meanwhile, Fanto's not far off from, say, another Panther 4. Southern victory will be defended by a few pioneers. Could consider some S-mites maybe defend. Then again, it looks like he's just focusing on the strafing runs now. That's sort of a oh snap sort of thing there. Black Panther going the charge up north. Trenton in before 2 suppressed. Cromwell being fixed up.
We've got 50 points left.
50 points left. Looking pretty bad. We're going to sugar away with the Fine Terror. The Storm gets us by Aspen Gate. Section being bad here with the Ostwind. 7 kills. Crom good to go there. Going for the Flak Pans up north. Pushing hard for King Country. Pack shoots, misses. Almost got the Flak Panzer here. His officer in trouble. With the loss of the Ostwind there, that could rather unhinge the entire northern flank. And Pack's now exposed as well. We got air support called in. That's not going to help with the Cromwell. Stuck is only halfway done here. Shoots, misses. If the pack goes down, then Fine Terror for the time being. There's no counts. There you go. Grenadiers officer on the retreat here. Stuck almost done. But it may not matter. We got a full retreat here. It's chaos. It's pandemonium. It's the British Army. There you go. Fine Terror surrenders right before the sugar arrives. I feel like this might have been slightly hasty or maybe had some issues, but I feel like maybe the Sugi probably could have launched a counterattack, but I'm guessing at this point Fine Terror's morale just felt broken. Sort of starting to maintain unit cohesion and sort of numbers as Sakura just kept sort of loading onto him. But still, brutal fight there, a lot of action there, a lot of back and forth. And then they'll feel like Fine Terror probably just committed to more medium armor, waited for the Tiger tank later on, should have gone for the open blitz. May use the artillery field officer soon. I feel like some of those challenges probably could have helped him a lot more. In particular, I feel like a Flak Panther over the Panzer Force's starting unit there, or the Supplement Call would have been great. Still, well played there both sides. So I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on, and tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow again for another episode.